Hello students, today we are going to learn the topic sharing and measuring. Let's start with sharing equally. Sharing things like chocolate or pizza involves dividing them equally. When we share equally, we use fractions. For example, Ikra and Samina share a drawing sheet. Ikra suggests dividing it into half, which is a half, or 2/4, which is 2/4. Samina chooses 2/4, thinking it's bigger, but 2/4 equals a half. This shows that fractions help us divide things into equal parts. Now, what is a fraction? A fraction shows a part of a whole. The whole is divided into equal parts. For example, if we have a sheet divided into two equal parts, we have two halves, and each part is a half. Fractions are written as numbers like a half or a quarter. Continuing with our example, Samina's 2/4, which is 2/4, make one half, which is a half, because 2/4 equals a half. Next, let's understand halves. A half is when a whole is divided into two equal parts and is written as a half. For example, if we take a chocolate bar and split it into two equal parts, each part is a half of the bar. For halves to be correct, both parts must be equal in size and shape, meaning if you fold one part over the other, they should match perfectly. Now, let's move on to quarters. A quarter is when a whole is divided into four equal parts and is written as a quarter. For instance, if we divide a square into four equal parts, each part is a quarter. If one part is shaded, it represents a quarter of the whole. It's important to note that all four parts must be equal in size. There are different ways to make halves. For vertical division, you can draw a line down the middle. For horizontal division, you draw a line across the middle. Another method is diagonal division, where you draw a line from one corner to the opposite corner. Regardless of the method used, each method should create two equal parts, which means each part is a half. Similarly, there are different ways to make quarters. Using the grid method, you can divide a square into a 2 times 2 grid. With the cross method, you draw lines that cross in the center to make four parts. You can also create ring-shaped quarters for a circle. Again, each part should be a quarter of the whole, and all methods work as long as the parts are equal. Now, let's look at fractions in real life, starting with food. Imagine a pizza cut into four equal pieces. If Priya eats one piece, she has taken a quarter of the pizza. If her brother eats two pieces, he has eaten 2/4, which is the same as a half of the pizza. Another example is dhokla, which is also cut into four equal parts. If someone eats two parts, that's 2/4, or a half. Fractions are very important to ensure fair sharing. Next, let's see fractions in a flower garden. Idha plants a garden with 5 types of flowers: rose, mogra, lily, marigold, jasmine. In her initial plan, each get 1/5 of the space. In her revised plan, she decides to have no lily, more roses. Rose gets 2 parts while mogra, jasmine and marigold get 1/5. Fractions help us show how the garden space is divided. Now, let's talk about comparing fractions. We can compare fractions using symbols like greater than, less than, or equal to. Using visual models can help us compare sizes. For example, a half is greater than a quarter because a half covers more area. When fractions have the same denominator, we compare the numerators. For example, with 7 nines and 4 nines, we see that 7 nines is greater than 4 nines. Conversely, when fractions have the same numerator, a smaller denominator means a larger fraction, like a half is greater than a quarter. Fractions are all around us in our daily lives. For example, in food, if you have one slice from a pizza of 8 slices, that's 1/8. In time, 30 minutes is a half hour, and 15 minutes is a quarter hour. In money, 50 paise is a half a rupee, while 25 paise is a quarter rupee. In measurements, we might say we have a half a meter or 250 milliliters is a quarter of a liter. So, look for fractions in daily life, like half a glass of water. Now, let's look at some solved examples about sharing. For example, if you have 12 cookies shared among 3 children, the cookies per child would be 12 divided by 3, which equals 4. The fraction each child gets is 4/12, which simplifies to 1/3. So, each child gets 1/3 of the total cookies. Next, let's compare fractions. For example, fill in with the symbols less than or greater than. When comparing fractions with the same denominator, we look at the numerators. For example, in A, 7 nines is greater than 4 nines because the numerator 7 is greater than 4. In B, 2 fourths is less than 3 quarters, as 2 is less than 3. In C, 7 tenths is less than 8 tenths since 7 is less than 8. Lastly, in D, 6 twelfths is greater than 5 twelfths because 6 is greater than 5. Finally, let's arrange fractions in ascending order. For example, if we have A, 5 eighths, 3 eighths, 7 eighths, 1 eighth, and 6 eighths, they all have the same denominator. So, we order them by the numerators, 1 is less than 3, which is less than 5, and so on. The answer is 1 eighth, 3 eighths, 5 eighths, 6 eighths, and 7 eighths. For B, with 3 elevens, 3 nines, 3 eighths, 3 sevens, and 3 fifths, they have the same numerator. Here, we order them by the denominator from largest to smallest, 11 is greater than 9, which is greater than 8, and so on. The answer is 3 elevens, 3 nines, 3 eighths, 3 sevens, and 3 fifths. In conclusion, we learned about sharing and measuring using fractions. We saw how fractions help us divide things equally, understand hours and quarters, and apply these concepts in real-life situations like sharing food or planning a garden. We also explored comparing and arranging fractions, which are essential skills in understanding how parts relate to wholes. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 4. Thank you.